Oh, hey, we got a new letter.
Another one.
That's like 10 this week.
Yeah, what's going on with this?
How was it delivered this time? It didn't hit you in the face, did it?
See, there was a skeleton that walked up and just gave me a letter and ran away.
Wait, what?
Is that
I feel like we should know about...
better or worse than the bird?
Better, I would say. At least...
At least it's not the barmaid again.
Yeah, at least it's not the barmaid. Okay. Okay. It reads... Oh, I can't read it. It's in some dark runes.
Oh, dear.
Oh, thanks to some magic that I got from an unscrupulous source, I should be able to read all writing if you hand that over.
Oh, yeah, here you go.
It says...
I feel like we should talk about that.
That seems...
Oh, we'll get to it. Don't worry about it.
That's a lot of things today. Okay.
Put a pin in it.
Dear Ferric, you are an excellent grave singer. Your service of Zorla is noted and greatly appreciated. We all love you. Signed, Grimgard.
Oh.
Well, that's both pleasant and ominous.
Yeah, quite.
Yes.
Is it like the Ivory Guard?
Don't you hate the undead? Is that, like, sacrilegious to you?
I mean, if they're a skeleton, they're not undead. They're most certainly dead.
So let me get this straight. You're okay with skeletons, but you're not okay with pickles coming back to life?
We'll get into that later.
That's a complicated question. Yes,
It's very complicated.
I don't think it is.
I could deliver you a letter.
Thank you for your letter, Grimgard.
Welcome to Power Word Fail, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast. My name is Carlos and I am the Dungeon Master for these definitely not haunted group of heroes. But enough about me. Let's get to the real stars of the pod, starting with Austin.
Ferric, who may or may not second guess casting knock from now on.
Pickles. Andy.
My name. Pickles, definitely the same and not different at all.
Ian.
Ambrose Musan, and hurry up and close that door.
Nathan.
Miraz of Mondstadt, famous hero.
And last but not least, Katie.
Edolia Rowan, who would really like to just have a normal day.
And once again,
That's what I'm
Carlos.
saying.
Wait your turn. I'm
God.
Jonathan Bastille.
That's actually pretty good, Jonathan Bastille.
Jonathan Bastille. My name is Carlos, once again, and this is our first campaign of Chosen of the Crystal Crowd, episode 33.
Yes.
Let go.
Which is?
Well, it could be many things. I think it's 47 away from 80.
Wow.
And it's
Wow.
I'm growing stronger, smarter.
You leveled up. Yeah.
No one cares about this.
Who's writing
bit,
Carlos's lines?
The final boss is mad.
no one cares about this joke. Who's listening to this? But I want to keep throwing it down.
Yeah.
Eventually it'll stick.
I think it's funny.
Oh, well, I'm glad. I love that for you. And this is episode 33 without much more shenanigans here. Let's get right in.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, shenanigans and
This
daiquiris.
definitely isn't
Shenanigans.
nervous
It's a committed
laughter.
shenanigans.
Yeah.
It's shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Gotta get the laughs out before we all die.
Yeah.
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 Oh, stop it. Stop it. Last time, after Christopher's final heroic sacrifice, you were left alone in the hall of the royal court with a living Pickles in the body of your friend, crackled through with blue crystals. Cornelius Abernathy arrived in a few moments, too late, with a contingent of personal guards, and after a long discussion about the rules of succession in the kingdom, he led you all out of the castle to address the people. He declared that both the queen and the traitor Zeos were dead, and celebrated you as the saviors of Mornstead. You then returned to the Abernathy estate to rest, bury Evangeline and Christopher. Unfortunately, as soon as you reached the grounds, Cornelius seemed to snap out of some sort of charm, and the identity of his butler came under question. You investigated what seemingly is the butler's quarters, and found some evil presence hidden behind a metal carved with rune-like language door. As you discussed what to do and argued with Daddy Abernathy, something began pounding on the other side of the door, attempting to get in. And that's picked back up. Boom, boom, boom. The metal door, it seems like it's being battered down. The hinges creak as boom, boom. The door seems to be wanting to open, but it cannot open. It seems as something is pounding with all its might, trying to break down this final barrier between this prison and what it truly wants. What do you do?
I'm going to ritual cast silence on the door. I'm just going to start grabbing some contraptions, and this one is like negates wavelengths and vibrations, and I just put it right in front of the door, pull the pin.
Ritual cast takes 10 minutes. I'm not sure
10 minutes.
we have time for that.
Sure does.
I'm gonna try to do that for 10 minutes.
While they pound on
All right.
the door.
I mean, it's not coming out. Give me a second, guys. Give me 10.
Okay. Anything else?
Adalia will kind of tuck her hair behind one ear where the little vial of water from Spunk's resting place is hanging, and she'll say, "Be with us now," and cast protection from evil and good on herself.
Okay. Boom, boom. The door continues to pound, and then it stops. After a minute or so when it started. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I would very much like to get out now.
Not with that creepy ass attitude.
You scare me.
I see. Maybe we could strike a deal.
Striking
Maybe
deals to
we
release
could-
strange entities from obscure caves has a very bad track record with this group. No, that's not happening.
Oh my god, he's learning.
Ah. Ah. Well, I seem to be at an impasse. You see, I wish to leave. The idiot who held me in here and the idiot who thought he could control my power seem to be dead. So I'd like to leave.
Not on our watch.
Can you elaborate?
I'd like to go away. I'd like to return. But you see, this
No, I mean on the
confounded-
people. The people. Like, who?
Oh.
Names? Descriptions?
Peoples, places, dates.
Things?
Nouns, you mean?
Yes, we would like nouns, proper nouns.
Preferably.
Or improper?
Cornelius in the kitchen with the knife.
That is a different game.
Please.
I just like to think he's playing Clue by itself in this room.
It's so tempting not to look inside the damn and vanilla folder. Anyway.
Yeah, specific names.
You might know him as Roger. You might also know him as Zeos. I can see from your facial expressions that
She can't see us, can she? That was Carlos talking about us, right?
no, dear,
Chef.
I can see you.
Arcane eye or something.
You see, all is coming according to plan. But no matter. A few twigs off the branch still grows the tree. You all seem awfully familiar. That's like I've met you before, or at least one of my brothers has met you before. We all share certain minds. Ooh, that one. I sense something from one of you. Something juicy. But let's talk. I wish to go back to my place. I can't leave this room.
Correct.
And I'm sure someone will
No.
open the door eventually.
No. No one will.
How many minutes has it been?
It's only been like 5 minutes.
All right.
All right,
Give me
halfway.
5 more minutes, guys. Just hold on.
Who are you?
Oh, that is a great question, but I won't answer. See, that's funny. Because the clock is ticking. Tick-tock, tick-tock, on the wall.
Until what?
No matter how long the clock ticks, we're not opening the door. I don't see what point this
Oh.
conversation has.
If that is how you feel, dear, then I shall wait for my time.
What happens when the clock stops?
No response. It is silent for about 10 minutes. So now, Ambrose, you have finished ritual casting silence.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold it. I'm going to cast Mend. I'm gonna put the wallpaper back up on that door, and I'm just gonna cover it all, mend all of it back, and then put the silence on top.
Okay.
If you guys don't mind. No way we're opening up this door,
Agreed.
and I'm going to keep recreating the same instrument that keep negating it until people show up.
Alright.
So I'm gonna start ritual casting silence again while I'm waiting for it.
So, Roger was Zeus.
So he's. That doesn't make any sense.
He had known that we were coming.
Mother?
Wasn't?
Mother?
And we were undercover too.
Hello? Hello?
Yes.
It wouldn't
Yes.
shock me if he had true sight or something.
Yes, Spunkles.
It seems to me that he said that there were 2 servants. One greater, one lesser, and I do believe that he meant that this Roger was the lesser and Zeos was the greater. But they don't seem to be connected at all.
Oh, like the lady was saying that you know 2 people and one of them is Roger and the other is Zeos, not that it's that Roger and Zeos are the same. Okay. Spunkles says that we're just dumb and that
I didn't say that.
it was 2 people, Roger and Zeos, not that Roger is Zeos.
Respectfully, Spunkles, I'm not sure if you're working with all of the same. I mean, I know you heard everything we did, but remember that Cornelius was. Something strange happened with his memory, and it would make sense that Zeos would have that kind of power. Being in close proximity to Cornelius would give him the ability to do that.
Would make sense why he was making deals.
Himraz, you can have the stone and talk to him.
Oh, I thought we could all hear Spunkles from Ambrose activating
Yes.
the. Yeah.
Everyone should be able to hear me now.
Oh, I didn't know Ambrose had the stone. Okay.
I don't know why I have the stone, but you guys can take it. You guys just don't. So,
You know, you
All right,
just
I'll
keep
take it from you.
all right,
keep
yeah, I've just
really
had
good
it.
track of
Alright.
that thing. That thing is not a toy. That is
Okay, it's been in my
Okay.
trusty bag. All right.
All right,
Been
I've
holding the whole
got it.
time.
I'll hang on to it. I'll just be sure to throw the fire stone and not the
I
Spunkle
don't think I
speaking
can
stone.
make another one of those either. So I think
So-
you probably should keep those.
Whoever she is the person that Roger served, the old Roger that Cornelius remembers, or the man we met this morning?
I think they're the same person. I think it's just always been Roger.
So why would he make Cornelius think he died several years ago and was a new person?
My brain hurts.
I'm absolutely exhausted, guys.
Whatever's in there, we can't let it out. Are we agreed?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I wonder who they're related to.
Agreed, but we also can't just stand guard in front of it. We've sealed it up again. I don't know what else we can do.
I'm gonna put
What
something in
sort
front of
of creature would Zeus have been trying to draw power from?
it. Something for the
Yeah.
decay crystal. I mean,
Right, but that person didn't appear to be crystalline when we saw her briefly.
did we see her?
Well, did we see
think
her,
we just
Carlos?
heard
We
her.
might not have.
Yeah, we just
Okay.
heard her.
You just heard
Okay,
a
okay.
voice.
All right.
And not
It's possible
all
then.
decay is evil. Entropy is the way that the universe works itself out. It is not an inherent evil.
Well, chill out, Zeos. We know. Just saying. There's some.
I grab Ambrose by the throat
God, here we
and
go.
shove him against the wall.
I was kidding. Chill.
I pull my short sword and put it on Ferret's back.
No.
You will not call me that monster!
I was joking.
Do you understand me?
Stand down now,
I'm sorry.
Ferric.
All of you, calm down. We have lost enough today.
Can we all just go?
I would like to bury Christopher now. And I shove Ambrose away from me. And I think Ferric leaves.
Good riddance.
I don't...
Ambrose, you need to watch your tongue. And Miraz, you need to watch your temper.
I need to watch my temper. I was protecting Ambrose.
I'm going to have a word with Ferric as well.
All right, I fucked up. Sorry. I'll talk to him later. I'll give him some space. I'm a little hot-headed too, so.
How am I the calmest one here? Okay. I feel like we should wait, talk. You know, she said we met her brother. That's something we should probably consider. And somebody should talk to Ferric. Probably Dahlia, because he's mad at you two, and he looked at me like I was not good. So,
I'll go.
please go talk to them.
Please don't fight with anyone else while I'm gone.
He took all the fight with him.
I mean, I will try to keep the peace here, I guess. Both you two need to stop.
Thank you, Pickles. I'll go after Ferric.
After a little bit of time, the Ivory Guard does come with Cornelius Abernathy. There are 3 or 4 Ivory Guards with what seems to be some sort of high-level sage or magic caster. And
Yeah, we just need an arcane lock thrown up on that again. That's really it.
an arcane lock.
That's right, yes.
This gnome sage just comes forth with crooked nose and crazy purple hair. An arcane lock? Listen, guy, let me tell you something. I've seen a lot of crazy shit in my day, okay? They were telling me here, Mr. Abernathy and everything, they got some evil demon lady rocking in there, and you know what I'm saying, guy? I can't do this anymore. I've been working for 50 years. I'm almost done. My time in the guild's almost over, and I got time for crazy snake ladies. Okay? So.
Well, we don't know she's a snake or a demon. She's probably
she
pretty
hissed
bad
at us,
though.
though.
Can you just make sure the door doesn't open?
I was told there's some hissing. I can make
Yeah,
sure
there's
this
some
door
hissing.
will never open again, and if you pay an extra due to the guild, I could probably, if you want, eradicate the shit that's in there. But honestly, it's gonna be a long time. I'm gonna need at least I don't know, 10 hours or something.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Daddy Abernathy is going to pay for it. We're all
Who?
set here. That sounds great.
Who are you talking about now?
Lord Cornelius
Dad?
Abernathy will take care of
Am I
Vicky.
in the pimp house again? God dang it, I'm always in the freaking pimp house. They always got some locking up some idiot who can't
Oh,
pay
no.
up his bill. There's one guy there that I tell you, it was crazy.
Sorry.
Why are y'all looking at me like that? Fine, just move out of the way.
Mr. Abernathy, you got this, right, sir?
Looking utterly horrified at the conversation. He goes, yeah, so do what you need to do. And we'll, what was your name again? I'm so sorry. My name is... No, he's talking to me. Obviously. He knows who you are. Apparently, you're in his house.
I don't think he knows who I am, but you know what? I'm just gonna step out of here. Pickles is gonna excuse herself. Sorry, excuse me. I'm gonna leave.
Probably for the best. Okay, he rolls up his wizard robes. The Ivory Guardsmen look at each other, and they just are as confused and as horrified as you are. And he says, by the way, everyone, my name's Yostin Jellin Wilbus. What? Why are y'all laughing?
Oh,
That was
I'm
my
not laughing.
father's name.
I moved
It's a
towards
wonderful
the
name.
silence, so I can't laugh at all. I'm just.
If you want to know how it spells, that's YOSSTONJELEN. Wilbus.
Spelled like it sounds.
Well met, Mr. Wilbus.
Oh, thank you. But anyway, I'm working here, yo. And he'll just start placing these super powerful arcane runes all over the store. You get the feeling that this guy is a little bit more powerful than his comedic nature seems to be. So
Yeah.
they will work on that unless you want to watch them do that for 10 hours.
No, Miraz is ready to move on.
Cornelius will look at all of you. He'll kind of smug look at Ambrose for a minute. It has been a long day for you, I understand. Where's your friend? Where did he go off to? Well, both of them, I guess.
They're getting some space.
I will show you to your quarters, but you can stay as long as you like.
I don't think we're gonna stay here.
We
I think
won't.
we're gonna. But thank you.
That is your wish. Otherwise, you could use those rooms to rest, refresh, and put food into your bellies. Everything has been prepared. In just a few hours, you will have our service. Is that agreeable?
That's fine.
All right. And he will exit and excuse himself. So you have a couple hours before the funeral. Let's go to Adalia looking for Ferric.
Adalia would go downstairs and out into the back, assuming Ferric would want to be in the gardens, and we'll look for them there.
You don't hear or see Ferric for a moment, and you hear them call out to you, and if you were to turn around, you would see that Ferric has climbed up on the awning above the wraparound porch to the manor and is clinging onto the shingles just up there.
Hello, Ferric.
Mm.
Ambrose is very young in a lot of ways, and youth is very cruel, without meaning to be. You are nothing like Zeus.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I do not see anything of his hatred or his hunger for destruction in you. No matter what tools he used to achieve his terrible acts, the desire for them was already there. A tool is not evil. Decay has no morality. You are the least like Zeus of anyone I've ever met.
It's my fault, you know.
What is?
That whatever Christopher did to Pickles, that's my fault.
Can you come down here and talk to me?
Ferric's body jumps off the awning and lands in front of Adalia.
What does that mean? It's your fault.
I had already decided that Pickles was dead. I accepted that. I already accepted that Moraz was dead. I already accepted that Ambrose would soon die. And I asked you, and you decided that you too were ready to die.
No, I decided that there was no life for me that involved letting Zeus continue to hurt people. It is not a choice between living and dying all the time, Ferric. It's not quite so black and white as that.
Nevertheless, I already decided that I was going to leave.
But you didn't.
And why should I not leave now?
Do you want to?
No, I don't.
Good. We don't want you to either. I'm sorry that we keep asking things of you that cause you so much pain. But we're better with you here.
I will apologize to Ambrose.
Thank you.
He owes you an apology as well.
I don't deserve one.
I think
And
you do.
Ferric will put a hand on Adalia's shoulder and nod. What do I do with the weapon?
I had my way. We would melt it into scrap, and no one would ever remember Zeus's name again.
I was thinking the same thing.
Well, since we seem to have the best heads on our shoulders, perhaps we should propose it to the group when you come back. Because you're coming back, right?
I need to prepare to bury my friends.
Will it take you the whole 3 hours to prepare?
No,
Do you miss flying, Ferric, since you lost your wings?
Ferric just looks at you with like a shocked expression. I was not expecting that question.
We need a bit of air, I think.
Will you come with me?
Ferric just tilts their head and gives you these giant owl eyes and then just blinks.
And Adalia will take Ferric's hand and cast Fly at 4th level. And they'll just go for a fly until the spell ends, so we have an hour. And then she'll leave you to your preparations.
A whole new world.
Kind of. Well, we don't have to hold hands the whole time, but again, it's a touch spell. But you know. Yeah, or we can just hold hands the whole time. That won't look weird.
I'm I'm so here for this right now. It's like the first thing. I can show you the world.
Yes.
As soon as Pickles left the room with the weird gnome, she's just gonna start searching through the house. Just opening doors. Particularly looking for Evangeline's room, but...
You just walk into some person changing. What are you doing?
I'm looking for Evangeline's room.
It's not here!
You know. What do you
It's
mean
over
it's not
there.
here? It's in the house somewhere.
What? This is not it. This is my room.
Okay, can you point me to it? I'm
It's
sorry.
upstairs.
I'm so sorry.
Pickles,
You're
it's
very
upstairs.
naked. Thank you. Okay, bye.
Yeah, bye.
I mean, you're kind of attractive. All right. Sorry. Yeah.
Kind
Sorry.
of. Not even like you are. Kind of.
Just kind of.
You're kind of cute.
You gave me
Kinda
0
handsome.
descriptors. We're going with kinda. All right.
I have a full
bye. Thank
subplot
you.
for this half-naked NPC. Let me just regale you with my tale. Anyway, after a while, you get to the second floor, past the working gnome. Just watch out. Oh, this is a big one. And just sparks fly as
You got that. Good job.
thanks.
Bye.
Eventually, you find your way to a beautifully carved door that is elegant. There's whites and different pinks on the door. It's a very regal, noble, and you just maybe say yourself very Evangeline-looking door.
Yeah, it's her door. Too many ruffles. Who puts ruffles on a door?
As you open the door, you find a very elegant, somewhat posh room with a queen-sized overhead bed with curtains surrounding elegant, noble dressers, a makeup mirror set that is in the corner where there are rows of very elegant-looking perfumes, makeups, and different things that would be common among noble life. Is there something you're looking for in particular?
I'm looking for journals, writings, personal stuff, where she might have mentioned her last, month or so of living in this house before she left, if she didn't bring it with her. I'm just looking for those types of things.
Katie, guess you tell us if there was anything like that.
Let's see. I think you would find in a, pink curtained closet somewhere, boxes and boxes and boxes of letters from Ambrose from the time they were very, very small up until the last few, months that she was in her parents' house. You would find a couple journals, most of them filled with nonsense, but they do end about 6 months before she left home, before everyone met, so you would assume that anything that happened with the prince or her conversion were in a journal that she was still carrying with her when she died. I think you would find in the last journal her trying to come to terms with feelings toward Vespa that were not purely... Up until that point, she had a very nominal kind of faith in Vespa, and she was becoming more and more devout, more and more sure that Vespa was not just real and watching, but a person who deserved love. And you would find a few notes from someone named Brahm, just very flowery nonsense courting sorts of things.
Gross.
Those are just stuffed in a drawer with letters and pens and no care given to them whatsoever. And I think that's probably what you would find in her room.
So yeah, Pickles would just spend a couple hours sitting and reading through, not with the point of really looking for anything, but making sure that whatever funeral happens was under what Evangeline would have wanted, and just getting a general sense of who she was, since we didn't know her that long. And she'll just sit and not be very careful. But she'll sit there and just read through everything.
I think that you would find that in her personal writings, Evangeline was very aware of how silly high society was and how it was all just pageantry and nonsense and really just a system that needed to be gamed like any other system. You'd see she was very fond of her father in a sort of, he's a silly, vain man, but I'm still sort of fond of him kind of way, and that her mother was very cold to her, and she had no real attachments in her life other than Ambrose. Nobody that seemed to care about her as a person rather than like a pawn on a chessboard, other than Ambrose, to whom she was very sincerely and profoundly devoted, you will notice from her journals.
Love that.
After some time, you notice that probably, how long do you want to spend doing this, I guess?
Oh, like until somebody finds me, comes, gets me, or I get real bored. So an hour or two.
I think Ambrose is with you, right?
I walked out with Ambrose and Miraz stayed in the room.
I heard you you would be asking for it, so I'll probably be curious, like, you're definitely going into Evangeline's room, like, literally within you asking where it is. But, like, I know that, like, how the dynamic of everything's going right now, so I want to give everyone space. So I probably will let, like, 30 minutes pass, but I'll probably come up and, like, knock on the door, even though you probably had it wide open.
Oh, no, it was closed.
Oh, it was closed? Okay.
She's not going to answer you. She's not going to think, she's going to think you're somebody that's going to yell at her unless you say something.
I would open up the door, then knock on it. Having fun?
Yeah. What?
None. And I, like, look around, I walk in, I, like, take off my shoes before I walk into this room. And I'm not sure where you're sitting, but I definitely, like, pop a squat on the bed, and then I kind of put my hand and tap the bed, if you want to sit.
Oh.
No, because I got all these letters here. Who is this fucking guy?
Bram?
Bram?
Whatever his name is.
Who is this
Yeah, that's
asshole?
Evangeline's fiance.
What?
So, yeah, she was engaged.
Was he, like, nice?
Evangeline was engaged?
Oh, shit. Hi, Miraz.
Hey.
Hi, Miraz.
Hey, Ambrose.
Come on in.
I've just been kind of lurking. Don't
Take
know
your
what
shoes
to do.
off.
Okay.
Yeah, she was engaged to the most boring man in the world. And
He sounds like a cheese ball.
Yeah, he's if you can think of the complete opposite of like a bachelor, that's Brom. Just a loser. That's all I can say.
Okay. Thank you for
Yeah.
clarifying.
Yeah. I miss her. But I'm glad you guys are here with me and spending probably my last time I'm gonna be in here.
Of course, Ambrose.
I think we all miss her. Do you want to read the letters?
I'll sit down. Yeah, I miss her too. I know it's not the same as you, though.
I mean, I wrote them, so yeah. I kind of grabbed one of them, and then I totally skipped Brom's letters, and then I'll just
Miraz, don't read those. I'm just gonna put those back in the drawer.
All right, sure. Miraz actually doesn't look too interested in Brom's letters.
And then I'll skim through.
So everybody's dying. Should we talk about everything? Are we just gonna have the funeral and pretend like it didn't happen, like we've been doing?
I think after today, I'm going to actually mourn and take my time.
Yeah, can we take a few days to
I don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
And
go get food?
I don't care about the dark entity in the house. I don't care about what Zeos was doing to get here. I don't care about anything else except for you guys and myself. And I think we should all just go on a vacation, and I will pay for the whole trip.
You
And I
don't need
just
to do
want
that.
to.
I agree, though. There's
Okay,
still
but
work to do, but we deserve a break.
You gotta apologize, like really apologize to Ferric
know,
first.
I'm
You
going
realized
to.
what you did to them was just not good.
Okay,
Like top tier ass.
I know.
Like super top tier.
Pickles, I agree.
Like
He knows pickles.
the highest on the roof.
Like something that I would say.
Look,
Yeah.
I know. It was just, I wasn't thinking, and it was just like, it was already just like, a shit moment that we're already dealing with.
Right.
And it was just like, oh, decay crystal isn't so bad. We just watched a man eat a whole decay crystal, and he turned into something really bad. And I was just like, I was just a terrible joke, and I will sincerely apologize to him.
I'm not sure if they meant the crystal itself or just the concept of decay.
I know, and I'm still going to talk to him.
I had
They liked those weird sandwiches that the weird kids sold. Maybe you can get
slug
some of
sandwiches.
those.
I will not do that, but I will apologize.
Oh.
Okay, I was just suggesting a present.
I don't think we're even allowed to leave this house until this thing is gone.
Yeah. Not to. I mean, I had hoped to broach this topic when the whole party was present. I'll have to circle back and explain this to Adalia and Varric as well, but
Okay.
all three of us in this room almost died today.
I did die.
You did
At least
die.
that's what.
Yeah,
At least
Pickles
that's what
yes.
you
actually
told me.
died. No,
Yes.
Pickles, you were mauled by a bunch of undead dragons.
Listen,
Yes.
I look fine.
I was crying the whole time while it was happening.
Oh, you cried for me?
Yeah, I did.
We all did, Pickles.
As Cornelius Abernathy will be at the doorway.
Did you cry for me too?
He didn't show up.
Cornelius didn't. I did.
Oh, well, I know you did. Of course you did. If you didn't cry for me, we would have. I would haunt you. I
If
would
you
come back and
don't
haunt you if
mind.
you did not cry for my
we
death.
do mind, Cornelius. What?
I would very much appreciate it if you could have this discussion in your personal chambers. The funeral is about to begin in a few moments or so, or at least maybe 30 minutes or so.
30 minutes, we'll be there.
Right away.
He does not leave. He's waiting for you to leave.
Do you need some alone time?
I would like to be here by myself for a few, if you do not mind.
Okay, I will go in a different room.
I suppose I understand that. Pickles and Ambrose, we need to talk.
Okay.
Let's just go in
downstairs.
the room down the hall.
All right.
Not the one downstairs though. There's a naked person.
No. What?
Okay. All right. And then we can just go into like a sitting room or something.
I'm sorry, Mr. Abernathy. We'll leave you alone now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry for taking out all these letters. Yep.
Oh, head to a different room, wherever
Yeah.
Morales wants to go.
I'm just gonna walk down the hall and I'll just open doors again until
Well,
he
He will kindly point to you. Your chambers are literally just down the hall to the left.
Okay,
So you can go in
alright.
those.
that works.
But the rooms you're supposed to be in.
All right. Good to see you too.
What are doors? All right.
Well, we also lost Christopher. Ambrose, I thought that Zeus disintegrated you. It appears he put you in a pocket dimension or something. I don't know. But the point is, I realize I've been approaching this adventuring thing all wrong. And I really I haven't always been entirely truthful with the party, and that needs to change.
Okay.
Believe you both know that I was unable to do any form of magic, though I said that I was a great wizard. That was originally a lie.
You told all of us in a dungeon
Right.
while we were in jail. Yeah.
And
All right.
then I told you that I was actually learning magic, and that it was the power.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No.
Well,
All right,
Yeah, I think
continue.
you said something about you learned magic by telling the truth, which doesn't sound right, but I was like, okay, maybe. I can't
was
cast spells.
It was a lie. I can
Okay.
cast spells, or I did learn to cast spells, but it wasn't from telling the truth. I might have done something, Ambrose, that you advised against, and I shouldn't have, and I see that now.
Did you mix that phosphorus
I made a
component
deal
that I
with the
gave you
prince.
for the web? What?
I made a deal with the prince.
Isn't he the god of love or something?
Are you crazy? And I choke him.
Oh God!
What? No, Ambrose.
I choke him.
I grab Ambrose, and
Okay,
he takes 3 necrotic damage as I grab onto him
Okay, and I will
and pull him off. Try to pull him off.
Oh
literally
God!
try to choke Miraz in the
No.
process.
Okay, well, hold on a second here. Let me ref here for a second. So you take that damage.
Okay, I take
Miraz, are you gonna stop him from choking you?
No.
I mean, I'm trying to pull him off.
All right, so I need. Gosh, I'm so flabbergasted. I need Pickles to make an athletics check, and I need to make a strength saving throw. Yeah, Ambrose.
That's a 29.
Ooh. I'm
reasonable to beat.
it's
Just remember that
20
Pickles basically held down Zeos for like
I know.
7 rounds of combat.
What do I have to make for this?
A strength saving throw at this point.
Strength saving
You're not a
throw.
strong boy.
It's okay. 13.
I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't have done that.
Pull him off and I throw him across the
Yeah.
hallway.
I was trying to help Evangeline Soul.
Maybe, yeah, Ambrose, you were just flung off of Miraz.
Don't touch him.
I know she wouldn't have wanted this. I'm sorry.
Miraz, I have never met someone so stupid in my entire life.
Hey.
Pickles.
When you die,
Pickles. He's
your
right.
soul is gone. It's split. You're gonna rot, Miraz, because you don't listen.
I'm listening now.
This had nothing. Oh, isn't that great? You're changing your ways. You're becoming a brand new person, and you're thinking you're just becoming this wonderful person. You lied all your way to here, Miraz.
You're right.
You're gonna die alone. There's no afterlife because you don't listen. I've seen it. This has nothing to do about death. This has nothing to do about me being mad at you. It's literal rot. There's nothing else. When Ferric talks about torn asunder, that's you when you die. Pickles, you'll never, ever see Miraz.
I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna keep standing in between you two.
Fine. Actually, that's perfect. I'll see you in the afterlife, Miraz. Oh, no, I won't. And I walk out the house.
Okay.
Yeah, Miraz is just completely silent.
Okay. So I don't know anything about the prince other than some people say he's bad and Evangeline said he's the god of love. So I'm really confused right now.
I'm pretty sure that Evangeline, she might not have been strictly wrong, I'm not sure, but I think that everyone else is right. He's bad.
Okay. So we'll deal with this.
He wanted me to hurt one of my friends, and that's something I cannot do.
Okay, yeah, so we're not gonna do that. But you can do magic! That's so great, Miraz!
No, it's not, Pickles. I appreciate you. But it's not great. I thought it was what I wanted, and it was not. It was not.
Okay, so we'll we'll figure it out. Listen, Christopher died today. I supposedly died today. We keep talking about death and bad things. Like, we'll figure it out. Just not today. Can we stop fighting? I probably just hurt Ambrose. I
would love nothing more. I would love nothing more than to stop fighting Pickles. That's all I want. Even with Ferric, they and I never see anything eye to eye. Just to stop fighting.
I'm not mad. We'll figure it out.
At that, Mirage just bursts into tears.
Oh no. Please don't cry. Raz, stop.
Pickles.
I would hug you, but something that just happened makes me really think I shouldn't.
Mirage
so
hugs
I'm not
Pickles.
Shit. You take 8 necrotic damage.
Okay. Ow. And I'll back up and stop hugging you, but I won't stop crying.
And when you hug Pickles, you feel, despite her looking very much the same, her skin feels not squishy anymore. It's very, very hard, very tough. Very cold.
What is happening?
Yeah.
Good question. I'm right there with you. All right. Compose. Whew. Great seeing you.
Is that Carlos or is that Abernathy showing?
I was wondering that.
No, that's Carlos.
Cornelius.
That is very much me. Cornelius is being a sad boy in
Okay.
the room right now.
Right,
So,
Yeah, Miraz. No more hugging. That looked painful. We got to figure that out. Let's do you want to go to the kitchen? Maybe we could find something to eat. A warm cup of tea.
Not hungry. We have a funeral to go to.
Yeah, maybe we should just head outside and start getting ready for that.
If you can find Ambrose, tell him that I'll stand well away. He can have his time.
Oh, I'm not looking for Ambrose. I'm just gonna stick with you for a while.
Very well.
Ambrose, you leave the house a stupor. Whether you're angry, whether you're... I don't know what you are feeling right now. What are you feeling right now, Ambrose? Tell the audience, please.
It's like watching someone making a deal with like a terminal disease. It's like, but it's just like, I don't know. It's a very weird feeling of just like, I've just had this immense hatred towards Miraz because he's so stupid. And it's like, it's something that I told him not to do. And like, literally it happened. And it's just like, boy, you're in for a treat today. And it's also just like, oh, I know that my best friend is, torn asunder. And now I have like Miraz, who I was like, hey, don't make these terrible mistakes. And I made the same mistake. So I feel betrayed. I feel like I'm not listened to, but also at the same time, I'm just more fed up. But immediately after hearing all this garbage, I literally just grab my bags and I just leave the house and just keep on walking.
You're gonna miss Evangeline's funeral? Out of character, sorry. I'll be quiet.
I don't know if I can be near Miraz. I don't okay, I got this news right before the funeral, y'all. Am I supposed to be near the dude that's like,
well, hey,
the prince is right beside me during the funeral?
All right, let's play
Save
out
it for
what's gonna
Power
happen.
Joe.
Yep. Yep. Where do you go?
I'm leaving.
Like where?
Down the road. I'm heading to my house.
All right. You visit the familiar path towards your house. You see the Buisson estate, a magnificent building of the highest quality of construction. It is empty. You would remember that normally there are servants and various other people attending the garden. You see that the doors have been opened. You see that there is nothing. There's no one here. It has been abandoned and somewhat ransacked.
I walk in.
As you walk into the familiar home that was your home of your family, that you remember so many memories, good or bad. You walk into the main foyer, you look up at the familial portrait, and you see that everything in this house has been ransacked or plundered. It seems as though news as Commander Buisson's treachery has spread in the past few hours. And on the familiar portrait, painted across the face of your father, it reads traitor. Where do you go?
I head upstairs.
You take the familiar redwood staircase where you and your family and your sister climbed so many times. You're on the second floor. Where do you go?
To my room.
You take down the familiar path, familiar hall towards the old room. You wonder, how many times have you gone to this place? How many times have you wept and cried? You open the door to your room. What do you do?
Walk in, scan around, I look under the desk, and try to look for the box that I told Waterfall to look for.
Do you know where it is? Like, do you just...
Yeah. It was covered in a bunch of towels and crap, like...
Yeah. You find the box. A intricate, ornate box that you yourself crafted.
Unlock it, this large chest. I reach in and pull out this large 4-cylinder, like 4 rotating disc, heavy crossbow. And I have multiple chambers on the bottom of it. I look around one last time, just soaking it in.
In the box, when you take the crossbow, out of the corner of your eye, you see that there is a letter.
I reach in.
You grab the letter. It's very much good parchment paper. It's the highest order. It's addressed to you.
I read it.
You break the seal. You notice the seal immediately is the ivory card seal, the commander's office. You open the letter, and as you read and scour the words, Ambrose, this may be the last time I get to speak to you, and I know it may be the last time I get to speak to you as father and son. In your life, you have been dealt a cruel hand, and in some ways, crueler still, that I was your father. I have not been a good father, and if I look back on my life, I have many regrets. You may be wondering why I made deals, unsavory things that I had to do. Your sister and mother, they are gone, taken, their souls trapped, and I did what I had to do to get them back. It is no excuse, son, for the crimes I have committed. For that, Vespa will judge me accordingly. But know this, Ambrose Moussan, you are my son, and the greatest regret of my life is not telling you that I love you with my entire heart. Though we may never see again each other, I pray to Vespa this, that the light of the merciful mother guide your steps, and let this weapon aim true. Love, Father.
I miss you too. And I fold up the letter, put it in my pocket. I'll find all three of you, and I'll walk out the house.
Ambrose, you have a choice. Do you go back to the Abernathy estate? Do you leave?
I head back, and I'll stow my crossbow, and I'll head back as quickly as possible because I know there's not a lot of time left, but I'll sprint.
Ferric and Adalia, you come back from your magic carpet ride in the sky. You come back, you land in the garden.
I first have my hands on Adalia's shoulders, and I fall to my knees, and I bury my face as gently as I can with my antlers into the stomach of your gown. And it is immediately stained with tears.
Adalia will just carefully wind her arms through all the antlers to hold you against her.
Do you feel better?
I have only flown in dreams since Spunk found me.
I can't restore your wings or anything else we've lost, but we can go flying together now and then, if you like.
Ferric tilts their head up and just looks you in the eyes.
You were very brave today, Ferric, whether you believe it or not.
Thank you. And no known number can count the tears falling out of Ferric's eyes.
Adalia will kind of wipe them away a little.
You have preparations to make, I think. Souls to sing to Zola's arms.
It will be my greatest hymn.
I believe you.
Ferric stands up, looming tall above you again, and embraces you.
Embrace back. And then Adalia will go back to the quarters that she was offered and miss all the rest of this drama that's happening and just stare at the ceiling and think about how everything she has ever tried to do or hoped for in her whole life is done now. And what kind of freedom and void that leaves until it's time for the funeral.
I think Ferric will stay in the garden waiting for things to commence when they see Ambrose strapped with a new crossbow turn the corner and start walking up towards Ferric.
Ferric, I'm sorry.
Ferric, who is eyeing the crossbow, was very sure that they were about to be shot. And is just shocked. Like, the waves of emotions that have hit Ferric over the last 24 hours has been insane. So Ferric is just shocked that you're not trying to kill them.
That was the worst joke I've ever made, and one of the most offensive things I have ever said to a person, and you never deserved that.
I'm sorry I choked you. I'm sorry I left you to die.
Ferric, you're my best friend. You deserve better. And I reach in, give him a hug.
Ferric is very surprised as your arms wrap around their lithe waist, and they just wrap their arms around your shoulders and hold your head to their chest.
And as that happens, I pull in Ferric even closer to his ear. Moraz made a deal with the prince, and I let go, and I walk towards the flowers.
Ferric grips their hands, claws digging into palms. Just a little bit of blood is shed in anger today.
At the courtyard in the back of the garden, as you all make your way eventually, after servants get you, some of you inside the house, you make your way to the courtyard, the back, this beautiful garden with this awning. There has been set 3, basically, funeral pyres. One for Evangeline, one for Christopher, and an empty one, which you can presume that is for Mrs. Abernathy. A small crowd of servants has gathered, somber, crying, and Lord Abernathy dressed in black. A large magnolia tree oversees you. The wind blows and the petals fall off, some falling on you. Lord Abernathy sees you. Welcome, friends. I believe your name is Ferric, correct?
By the crystals, I know it to be true.
Please begin the ceremony and do the rites that you know for your people to be good. And he takes a step back.
Ferric has a small pouch of incense and oils, and they walk around adorning Christopher's face with the oils and with small dried flowers and insect wings. Ferric is going to walk over to where Evangeline's ashes are, and not knowing how to adorn a body this way, they do their best, and they sprinkle the oils over the pouch. Is it a pouch or a bottle?
Bottle, I believe.
I would have put it in an urn or something.
Yeah.
We will say that the dust has been transferred into a beautiful ceramic urn.
Ferric adorns the urn with a similar treatment and lights some incense around it. And then gets to Madame Abernathy's empty pyre. This one they're a little bit more familiar with, giving thanks to those that they have lost both in body and in spirit, and is going to take a small clay figurine out of their patch and place it in the fire, or on the pyre, and adorn it in the same oils and incense. And then Ferric is going to pull out their drum and start singing as they offer people to come up and say their last words.
Adalia will go first, since she's the least emotionally invested, I think. Adalia will walk up and take a dagger out of her belt and cut her palm open. And she'll mark some blood on the urn of Evangeline and across Christopher's forehead and on the little clay figurine. Crystals in our blood, all of us. The world is safer for our people now. You did not die in vain. May you know rest. And then she'll remove herself from the situation.
Pickles will walk up to Christopher's. She'll stand there for a while, staring, and like uncomfortably long. And then suddenly you'll see she just opens her fist. And there's good berries there.
Oh,
Identical to the dingleberries that Christopher always managed to appear. And she just stares at them and stares at Christopher and just puts them down next to him and just goes, fucking really, Dingle? What the fuck did you do? And she'll shuffle over to Evangeline and she'll be like, you weren't bad. I liked you. I really did. I promise, like, we would have been friends. Like, reading those letters, like, we would have been best friends. I actually kind of miss you now. Poppet was a dick, though. Kind of glad he's gone. But, like, we would have got along. So, maybe one day we'll talk to each other again. They're talking all this weird shit. I don't believe them. So, I don't know. See you soon. Maybe. Hopefully not. And she's just gonna shuffle her way back. Tears going down her face, but trying to look as not sad as possible.
Baraz has been crying ever since the conversation started. It hasn't stopped, and he's keeping away from the funeral pyres. He's in sight of them, but he wants Eros to be able to have the moment that he deserves, and so he's probably been crying so much that Pickles is like maybe even a little frightened. Like, she's never seen him quite like this. But whether Pickles comes back and stands next to him or stays up with everyone else, he'll just stay removed from the crowd.
Oh, she's been with him the whole time.
Well then, aside from pickles, he's just keeping his distance.
Do you want a dingleberry?
I'll take one.
Hand one up.
Yeah, he'll eat the dingleberry.
You restore 1 hit point.
I'll walk up to first Christopher's body, give it some time of just pure silence. Thank you for saving Pickles. I couldn't do what you did today, and you're absolutely incredible, and you are our hero. And I take out the short sword that I first gave him to show him how to use a sword, and I lay it to him. I'll see you soon, one day. And then I'll walk over to Evangeline. I take out the letter that she wrote me, hey, we should leave Bordstead and start this journey, and I will lay it down to her body, and I take out a handful of these rose seeds, and I lay it right beside as well. I know you don't like flowers. I'm not sure if I should say goodbye or I'll see you soon, but I'm coming to get you, and this isn't goodbye. You always put yourself in weird issues, but I've always paid attention, and that's why you loved me so much, and it's been a hard couple of weeks, but I love you. I will get you out of the Princess Grasp. And Vespa is real. She's wonderful. She's beautiful. Not as pretty as you, but, she really helped me out, especially today. So, see you soon. We'll be together.
Ferric, as they're going around, will put a hand on Ambrose's shoulder and say goodbye to their sister. Not in blood, but in battle. And we'll go over to Christopher and just for a moment touch the place on Christopher's torso where the wood had passed through and that Ferric had healed, and pulled Christopher into this mess. Good night, little brother. And Ferric will go to the clay figurine. We did not know you, but you are honored. You are loved. And you matter. And Ferric will walk over to Father Abernathy and allow him to light the pyres at will.
Cornelius will go to Christopher first. I did not know you, but thank you for saving us, or fighting for us, and saving your friend. You mark a true hero. I'll make sure people know. He'll go over to the clay figurine. He will put a hand on it. My beloved, I know you didn't love yourself, and the world treated you cruelly. But just know I thought you were the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. And I wish you loved yourself like I loved you. Until we meet again. He'll go to Evangeline's. He'll turn to all of you and he'll say, you mind if I sing a song? A lullaby I sang to Evangeline as a little girl?
Ferric will stop the pattering of the drum and switch to their lyre. At your ready.
Cornelius will sit up and he'll start to sing. There's a place by the sea just for you and just for me. And there's a lady who covers the rain each new day that I see. Where with you is where I'll be. And like the lady I'll cover the rain. Hold you close. Keep you safe. Hold you close. Keep you safe. Till all your troubles wash away. My sweet baby, I'll cover the rain. And if we're near or apart, you will always have my heart. My sweet baby, I'll take all the pain. He'll be silent for a moment, and he'll scream, I wish it were me. I wish it were me. I was not a good father. I was a stupid, silly man. I would give anything to hold you in my heart. And he'll weep for a moment. Hope none of y'all are driving when you're listening to this, because and he'll nod to Ferric to light the pyre.
Adalia will step forward before Ferric even has to think about the fire. And she'll throw her hands out and catch all 3 pyres at once.
Ferric winces, but recognizes the gesture and just looks across the flames over at Adalia.
The magnolia trees, the petals, the wind blows, and each of the petals falls on you. Unfortunately, this is goodbye for now to Evangeline and Christopher. And that's where we'll end this week's episode. Okay. Woo! Listener, I don't know if you know this, but I was crying hard. Thank you so much for listening to the episode. Follow us on social media. Support us on Patreon. Join the Discord. Listener, above all else, if you've lost someone, maybe you're feeling these emotions of losing someone you love, saying goodbye, I just want you to know you're loved, you're important, and you matter. Join us next time. Goodbye.